Hey guys, welcome back. I'm so happy to be back on YouTube, and I had a really good shopping trip yesterday, and what I did was I went to every buy-sell trade store. Let's see, I told you about this. You know, I wanted to include you, and you're acting out. So long story short, I was rear-ended in my car a couple months ago. I just dropped my car off yesterday, Veronica Geared. I miss her so much. She's gonna be gone for at least 2 or 3 weeks, so I knew I had to have a really good shopping trip yesterday. It was my last day with her, and I did. I went to Uptown Cheapskate, Pavement, and Buffalo Exchange, and I wanted to show you guys what I got. And we're gonna go in just chronological order today. I'm gonna take you on a bit of a journey, what my headspace was like at the time. So I'm really excited because I needed this so bad. Sourcing had been so bad lately. In-person sourcing anyway had just been so dry for whatever reason. But yesterday it behaved exactly as I needed it to, and let's get into it. Okay, so I did go to a Goodwill first, but it was a bust. I didn't find anything. So I was like off to a great start. Oh boy, like usual. Then I went to Uptown Cheapskate, which I normally have kind of stopped going there. They price their things pretty high, and it just kind of was not a regular sourcing spot for me anymore. So I don't know. I decided maybe it's a good time for it. So the first thing I saw in the dress section, I usually go to the dress section first. They usually have a lot of reformation, but they did have some, but none of that were great buys. But what I did see right away was this matching set, and the brand is I Am Gia. So anytime I've had this brand in the past, it's gotten a lot of attention. Sells pretty quickly for a pretty good amount. It's just one of those brands that's pretty sought after. They had this priced so well. It was below $20. And when I looked it up, so it's just like a yellow plaid tie crop top with these kind of cargo-ish pants that match. And when I looked it up, it was worn by like Bella Hadid and Dua Lipa. So that's always great. Hopefully there's a good picture that I can put of one of them in my cover photo. So this is a definite buy. Even though I have been aiming lately for at least $70 profit after fees, after everything, I don't know if this will get me 70, but there was one listed for like 160 something. So I mean, if I could get like 125 for this set, that would be great, and that would get me $70. So the next thing I saw, and I actually did have several dresses in my bag, but I had to put some back. So there was a really good Rachel Comey, but it was priced too high. There was a Temperley London, priced way too high. They had some really good stuff. They actually had a Carolina Herrera. It was like a silk slip dress, but I guess they didn't realize that that was literally just the underlining, the liner dress to some other dress. So they just had a Carolina Herrera like plain slip dress that went underneath another dress, priced for $70. So I thought that was very funny. But anyway, the next thing I saw in the dress section, and I had heard of this brand, but I had never even seen it in person, was Altazura. So that is really cool. This dress retails for over $1,000. So it has a cashmere wool blend, like a raglan sleeve that's only on the sleeves here. And I immediately looked it up, and it actually does have a really nice stock photo. So that is one of my criteria. If something doesn't have a stock photo, then I just feel kind of out of place, and I'm not sure how to sell it even. I actually had to return a really nice Proenza Schooler top to Goodwill because it didn't have a stock photo, and it was was too basic. Anyway, so this is definitely an office dress. Somebody's gonna look really chic in this. They had this priced really well. It was under $50. So I am really hoping to get, I'm not even sure, honestly. I haven't sold this brand before, but even if I did 200 on this, that would be a great profit. So I'm really excited to have that brand. Then I decided to look in the skirts real quick, which is like, why look at skirts? It's not gonna be anything there. Like, do people even wear skirts? Anyway, but I happened to see this sticking out. Not C by Chloe, but regular Chloe. And what this is a braided waist midi skirt with a double slit. It almost looks like little capri pants, but thank God it is not, because that would be disgusting. It is Chloe. So I've only had Chloe in my closet once before, and they are actually these sandals that I bought off season. So they haven't sold yet, and they're just kind of basic. It's not like something that someone sees online and has to have. So I'm super excited. This has cute stock photos from a few different places, so I'm so excited to get this all listed. So obviously there were no more good skirts. That would be insane. I went over to the sweater section, and here's another brand that I had never seen in person before, but my brain had heard it before. It was back in the recesses of my brain. Maybe I learned it from another YouTuber, or on someone's haul or something. I'm not sure, but I recognize it. So it was a sweatshirt, and it says kiss. Kiss. Give me a kiss. And it's basically just an ombre hoodie. It's cute. I mean, the ombre is actually like really well done. The pictures came out really well. And then what took the cake was that it was new with tags. And so you can see here that it retailed for $150, and they had it priced, let's just say way too low. Because normally this would be like, it's a pretty basic piece, no matter what your brand is. I mean, unless it's like Aviator Nation, then if you find a sweatshirt, good for you. But it was new with tags, and I looked up comps, and there's some selling for over 100, and there wasn't any of this one up for sale. So it was for a really good price. I would not pay up for something that is this basic ever, but this, I wasn't really paying up. I was really paying kind of like Goodwill prices. Okay, the next one is probably my favorite, maybe from the whole day. It's a brand that I never thought would be in my reach, and it is just jeans. But this is like the kind of brand that you see Katie Holmes wearing on like page 6. So, and they had actually had this. I had seen it there before, but it wasn't on sale, and this time it was on sale. So let me just show you the label. How many of you guys know this label? I would be curious, because you don't really hear about this brand in the reselling Instagram or YouTube world, because it's usually pretty out of our reach. This is a very, very expensive brand. So really, like, celebrities love this brand. And I'm not talking about like the contestants on The Bachelor who are spotted and they're like, what is she wearing? And it's like, oh, she's wearing a set from Boohoo that costs $35. No, this is like I said, like Katie Holmes. And Katie Holmes is all that I know, but I know I've seen her wearing this brand. So this is super exciting. I saw a sold comp for $270 for these exact pair of jeans. They're in great condition, and they hit all the trends. It's like high-waisted. I mean, they are like skinny leg, but they're like super long too. They're not like cropped or anything. I just think these are really streamlined, really cute, and I can't wait to get these listed. I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of attention in my closet in general. Okay, another one I saw in the jeans section, they do have, I found some good jeans at Uptown before. It's just weird how different places are like known for different things when you go there all the time. So these are a Goldie, and they were priced incredibly low for a Goldie. They were priced like Goodwill prices, let's just say. And these weren't just your regular, they are the crisscross waist. So it's really cool. I'm sure you've seen it before. It has the button fly, and then it's got like another inside button right here that holds that part. But honestly, I didn't even look up comps because these were priced so low. I think somebody honestly was pricing at that time and didn't know a Goldie. Maybe, I don't know, because usually they price a Goldie at least $35, you know, at least. But these were priced half of that. So they're in great condition. I mean, they're made to be distressed, obviously, but these were just a no-brainer. They're size 26, just good all around. And I actually ran out. I never usually have this many pants from a haul, but you can make good money on pants too, especially if you're shopping from somewhere that doesn't price them too high. I mean, I honestly had stopped even looking at pants for the longest time because that category just wasn't bringing in, on average, when I looked at all my numbers, it wasn't bringing in the most money. So when I would go shopping, I would mainly just look at dresses and jackets and maybe shoes sometimes too at my top performing categories. This time I had all day. I got up super early. So I guess I just felt like, let's not miss anything. I really need to make it to the account, and I guess it worked out. So another pair of jeans, and usually when I'm looking through jeans at a consignment store, I'm like, please let me find some redone jeans because they sell so well. The last time I had redone jeans, I had the stovepipe something or other, and they had been worn by like Margot Robbie and Michelle Williams, and I put the pictures in there and everything, and I think they sold within 3 days for like $160 or something. So I really wanted that to happen again. So, and I found those at Uptown too for $60 something. This time, these were less than that, and they were new with tag. I was so happy. I was like, hello, I'm redone. So yeah, I was just really happy about that. The jean game was so strong. The denim game in general was very strong at Uptown Cheapskate. Who knew? And no Levi's in the bunch either. And then the last thing that I found there, and I was kind of just like, it's time to go to the corner and go through all my stuff and see, because this is a lot of good stuff, but it's a lot of money. Like, we're done. Believe it or not, some angel had came and sold all of her Altazura stuff, I guess. So I will be having 2 Altazura things in my Poshmark closet because I'm super classy, and that's how I roll. So these have pearls right here on the drawstring. Like, how cool is that? And then they have these like iridescent mother of pearly buttons down here. Just pants, but they had cute stock photos, and they're priced pretty well. I mean, I definitely paid up, probably in terms of what most of my viewers think of as paying up. Yeah, I paid up, but I'm thinking about the return on investment, you know? I mean, I had a certain budget for that day, and I would rather have really cool brands that are gonna bring traffic, and you know, I'm trying to get people to make bundles. I'd rather have one good thing that I pay up for a little bit that can make me $150 profit than a bunch of smaller things that aren't as exciting and all that stuff. And you know, the math is there if you want to go cheaper things with bigger quantities. The math is there. It's just I have to be excited about something to list it. It has to be like a cool designer or a thing that I like, and that's not great for business all the time. And sometimes I have to work on it, but that's just how it is. So I paid up for these. These were actually more than the dress, which is just funny how they price things sometimes. But I'm just so excited to get these listed. Between this and the Chloe and the Kate, like, I'm so happy. I'm over the moon. So that was our Uptown Cheapskate. And I haven't found this many things there in months, I'm pretty sure. So the next place I went to was Pavement. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know how I feel about Pavement. I do love it. I love them because they have made me a lot of money in the past, but these last couple months, it's just really been overgrown with vintage clothing, and it's been so hard to find. Normally I can go there and just find some good Free People dresses and some just other kind of Anthropology, really unicorns, honestly. It was kind of too good to be true at the time. So, but like I said, today I didn't want to miss anything. I really looked at a bunch of sections, and again, I'm really glad that I did. So the first thing that I found when I was all uptight about having to wade through all the vintage, it's just kind of funny that this is the first thing I find. I mean, if you are a reseller and you, for whatever reason, are just looking through a bunch of vintage, you're probably thinking, here's the one brand that could realistically be in here that I would be very, very happy with seeing. And do you know what it is? Maybe you do. You might be thinking of it. Did you get it right? So Gunny Sacks, Jessica McClintock. That's what you want to see. The last one of these that I sold, I actually got from a free donation from my ad on nextdoor.com. I had to take my husband's truck and we filled up the whole bed of that truck. I think maybe someone had died, honestly, and we got a whole bunch of stuff for free. And there was a really good Gunny Sacks by Jessica McClintock dress in there, and I could have priced it way higher, I think, but I priced it at $180 and it was sold full price like within 30 minutes. So this is my second one ever that I just found at Pavement for $30, and I was like, yeah. So this one is really cute. It's not in season, but it's in great condition besides like one area of like a couple brown spots, kind of. I could maybe OxyClean this one like I did my other one. It was crazy. It was an all white dress, and I OxyCleaned it and the water was black. Like, before I cleaned the dress, it looked fine, like it looked white. It didn't look gray or black at all, but when I soaked it, the water was opaque black. So this one just smells like a vintage store, you know, so, but I don't know, maybe I'll do the same to this one and see what color that water is, but maybe I'll price this one at $200. Maybe it'll sell for that, who knows. Then the next one I found at Pavement was this one, and it is just a by Anthropology dress. And when something says by Anthropology or made by Anthropology, that means it's newer, it's not older. I looked this dress up and it actually had really good comps. So it is just kind of like this quilted patchwork bell sleeve. The whole top is like super pleated, but then it kind of graduates to just the smooth fabric. And it's just a midi dress. It's just a long sleeve midi dress. But this was one, when I looked it up, it had a lot of different photos by just customers who purchased it and took photos. Just a lot of different really cool photos of people like walking in fields and stuff and just wearing this. And then the sold comps were actually really good. They were over 100, well over 100, some of them. So, and the thing with Pavement was that I had taken a bunch of free inventory donations that I received there, and I got like $140 credit, and I used my last, I think, $70-ish credit on the few things I got on this day. So really, I got 5 things from there, I believe, so I will just divide that cost by 5, the difference that I had to pay over that $70. So really, this will probably end up being more like 20 bucks. You know, along with everything else that I got that day. So cool. I mean, these are the kind of things that I was used to finding there. Like I said, it's just kind of these random Anthropology or Free People dresses that you can buy for between $20 and $35, and they'll sell for over $100 time and time again. And then I looked through their jeans, and I found some jeans. The first one I found, I haven't found in quite a while, but I was very happy to find her. They were Mother, new with tag, and there's that little label that we know. These are just pretty basic Mother. I mean, you can't really go wrong with new with tag Mother. These are called the Tripper, and the wash is called Cut Flowers for some reason. I don't know what about this says Cut Flowers to you, but to me it looks blue. Yeah, so really good price. Again, hopefully I can just get maybe 100. I don't know, I haven't sold Mother in a while. At least 85 for sure. And then the last thing I ended up getting there, I did have to put some stuff back, but the last thing I actually ended up getting were just another pair of good old Goldie jeans. And you can tell that these have a little more wear than the other ones because this part is kind of starting to, the thread is starting to come out of the words right there. But these are distressed anyway. They're 100% cotton, and they're not going to wear as fast as cotton that also has like elastane or spandex in it. Just some good old straight leg jeans. Yeah, and these were super, super well priced, so I was like, absolutely. And then next, by this time it was like, I don't know, 5 p.m. and I was like, oof, I'm gonna go to Buffalo Exchange, but I only have a couple hours. So I actually got 5 things from there, but one of them is like, oof, might have to return it. So this is the first thing I saw. I went over and I looked in the maxi dresses first, is where I usually go first. This one, it caught my attention. It's called Sleepy Jones, which reminds me of Sleepy Gary from Rick and Morty. If you know, you know. And I believe that Sleepy Gary would also wear this too. So, but it is just a yellow 100% silk. Very classy for a kind of long john pajama situation. But it is new with tags, and the retail on this was $348. So I looked up comps and it was pretty interesting, and this one actually had a good stock photo from Shopbop. So I feel like anytime I post like anything pajama adjacent or just kind of really loungy at home stuff, it's been moving pretty quickly. So they priced this crazy low for what the retail price was. So for that low of a price, I am more than happy to try this brand out. Like I said, if this didn't have a stock photo and it was just sitting there in the picture, then I wouldn't have gotten it. But stock photos, when people can see something styled and how they could look wearing it, it helps so much. So I picked that up, and we'll see how that goes. Next was another new thing for me. This is also vintage, but comps have proven themselves, and I think it actually, well, let me just show you what it is first. So it is a vintage Victoria's Secret, but the thing that you want to look out for with stuff like this is if it is 100% silk, because back in the day they used to actually kind of have a better quality, and nowadays I'm pretty sure you're just going to find polyester on stuff like this. So this is a maxi length white silk, satiny cowl neck slip dress, whether you wear it as a negligee or not. And there's actually some really good comps that have sold for 100 plus for these exact dresses with the cowl neck and the slit. And I'm going to try to squeeze a little more money out of this sale by really centering it around a bridal kind of bachelorette wedding night thing, because of course the white color, and then it also has these pearls on the adjustable straps. So like, hello, it's totally bridal, and people will go crazy when they're spending money for their wedding. So I'm pretty excited to try this out. And I was gonna say before that I believe I learned this from watching Lori Tata's YouTube videos, and I can link her. She has a great YouTube channel. She's super established up in New England, a reseller. I think it was from her that I learned about vintage actual silk Victoria's Secret items. So I'm excited about that one. It actually photographed okay, and there are some pretty good photos I found online. And the next thing, this is a tried and true brand for most of us called Lovers and Friends. No, just kidding. For Love and Lemons. Lovers and Friends is not as good as For Love and Lemons, if you can remember that somehow. So I saw this dress, I saw the label. Pretty much whenever I see For Love and Lemons, that warrants looking it up on your phone. And at first I just thought that it was like a regular, just kind of midi dress like this, and I didn't see these sleeves. But then I saw these like really cool, because you don't ever see this, right? This is like, what do they call this, like a leg of lamb sleeve or something like that, like a mutton. I'm not kidding. I think it's really called a mutton sleeve because it's like the bone and the meat. But you don't see this very often. It's super like Game of Thrones shoulder. But I looked at the tag. My next clue was looking at the tag, allegedly. And I saw that it was a linen blend. Good. Linen equals money a lot of the time. And then I saw that it was from, can you see that? Can you? Yeah, that it was from last year, where it says SP20. So then I looked it up, and I'll put up some information here, but this is from last year. And so there's not a ton of them out on the resale market yet, but the ones that are out, most of them are selling for money. So I really like this brand whenever I find it. Usually it is a great return if the place isn't pricing it too high. So I'm really excited about that one, even though it is pretty dang out of season. But these I feel like are the kind of things that people want to kind of get if they want it, no matter what time of the year it is. And so this is my last piece of the day, even though I did find some other things there that I had to put back. This is just kind of one of those instant, kind of like when I see a Goldie or IMG, I'm like, if that's a really good price, I need to get it. So this brand is Emerson Frye. Their stuff sells for so much. I sold a silk maxi dress from Emerson Frye a month ago or so for $170. And it was just a regular like printed maxi dress. I mean maxi skirt. And these particular pants themselves are just kind of like a straight leg, like casual, with pockets right there. There were not any on the secondhand market yet at all, but they have some really cute stock photos, so I guess I'll be the first up there. But they had these for a really good price, like below $20. So I'll definitely be able to get at least $75 for these, because if they're fairly new but they're sold out on the website itself, someone will want to have these, I'm sure. And like I said, these without stock photos would be a disaster. I'm like, boring, but they have really cute stock photos, so it was a yes. So that is my haul. Oh wait, I had one more thing. So these were on sale, and so therefore I can't return them, but they have, let me just tell you what they are first. I forgot how things work. So these are Imogene and Willie, the Elizabeth cut jean. This is a really good jean brand to sell. It can sell for good money, at least $80 in my experience. And the Elizabeth cut is a really good one because it's super high rise and skinny. So it's great for like millennials, kind of moms. People like these. And I don't even think there is an official brand for Imogen and Willie on Poshmark yet, but that's okay. But I guess I know why these were on sale, because I don't even know if you'll be able to tell here, but there's a lot of yellowing. Like these are really well worn. There's some yellowing like around here. I'm gonna try to wash them and OxyClean them and see if I can get them into sellable shape. So that is technically my last thing, but I didn't notice that until, after I got home and they're on final sale. But anyway, I am so happy to be back on YouTube. I hope to be back in a regular consistency. So I hope that I'll see you guys soon, and let me know down below in the comments what was your favorite piece, what you're most excited for to see how it sells, and I'll see you guys on Instagram. Bye.